guys, welcome back to the channel. Eagles Lawn Care here. Hope you're doing well. So today I am at a garden that you've all seen quite a few times if you're a regular viewer, and I thought today what I'd do is I just wanted to share my thoughts on battery operated machinery and whether it's possible to run a business just on battery operated machinery. So let's get cracking, and as always guys, if you enjoy this content, consider liking and subscribing, that'd be brilliant. So let me just show you a few tools as well today that I'll be using, and then you can get an idea of what my setup is and yeah, how I use them and stuff like that, and what I use them for and blah blah blah. But anyway guys, let's get cracking and I'll show you. Let's spin you around. Okay, so this is the garden. You've probably seen this a few times guys. One of my favourite gardens, absolutely beautiful. Do a lot of work in here, really love it. Just check out these irises right now. Stunning. You see those red poppies over there as well. First tool I'm going to be using today is going to be this multi-tool, which is a KMA 135R, and this takes the AP series battery. And also with this I'm going to be doing mowing lawns, but I'm also going to be hedge trimming as well. So because it is a combi tool, I can remove the shaft of the strimmer head and put on the hedge trimmer attachment. We've got the Ego Pro X. This is a 53cm cut lawnmower, and this is probably one of my favourite mowers to use at the minute. It takes two of the Ego batteries, both fully charged. This is one of the things that lets down sort of the completion of the full set of being able to run a fully battery operated machinery gardening business. They're not there yet with them because blowers use just so much power. Doesn't matter what model it is, if it's Steel, Husqvarna, Ego, even Cress have, you know, they've got big batteries for these blowers, but they're just not there yet. And I think with these sort of machines, I mean, this is a entry level. They do have a 2 battery port Ego one. It's a great blower. Really love this blower. It's good for sort of a, you know, just general sort of blowing, and it will blow leaves. It's got quite a bit of power, but it just still isn't there yet for those autumn leaf cleanups. So I thought I just wanted to share that with you. But it is a fantastic blower. I will be using it in today's video as well. Okay guys, so I've just trimmed the edges. I'm not very good at these videos, I've just realised that, but we'll carry on anyway. So, trim the edges, and let's see how much battery we've got left after a strim. Okay, so we've got 3 bars left. Now, one thing about strimming is strimming uses an awful lot of power as well. This is an AP300 battery. The AP300S would still hold more. There's also an AP500 as well, which you can get. So you'll notice a difference between how long I use the hedge trimmer for. The hedge trimmer on an AP300 battery will last around about 2 hours flat.
2 hours later.
You can rev it at its highest revs, it'll probably be about 2 hours. It just uses less power. If you have the blade attachment for the brush cutter sort of blade for this, it will use less power as well, which is it's because I don't know. I don't know why. but it just does. It uses less power. But this is just me talking from my experience anyway, of what I have found when I use battery operated machinery. So next up, what we're going to do is I'm just going to whiz around with the blower. I'll use the backpack blower, the Ego backpack blower, so you guys can just see it. It's quite a cool bit of kit, really. I enjoy using it. It's about the same amount of power as the Stihl BGA 86 just there. And if you hear me sniffing, guys, I'm just getting over a cold, so apologies about that. So I've got a 10 amp battery in here. So I like to just quickly give the edges a bit of a blow, any grass left in there. Some ornamental poppies coming up there. There's your foxglove. Any bees hiding in there yet? I don't think so. As you can see, so these are all ready to seed. You'll notice that if I run my hands through it, you'll see the little black seedlings on there. So that's what's going to fall into the ground and just keep reproducing the forget-me-nots each year. Right, so next up, there's a couple of things I want to trim today, and that's this laurel here. So it needs to go back quite a bit. So relatively big shrub, not too bad. This needs a trim as well, so we'll get that trimmed up as well. You've got the honeysuckle here coming into a flower soon. So last time I was here, there was a lot of wispy bits. I just cut them back, just to sort of keep it looking quite nice when the flowers come out. Right, guys, let's get doing some hedge trimming. So I'm going to set the tripod up, do some hedge trimming, start cutting this. I'll talk to you while I'm doing it as well. So they do a 90, a 110 and a 130 in a petrol version. This model here is basically the 110, pretty much, between the 110 and the 130. So there's a lot of torque and a lot of power in this machine as well. So we're just going to unscrew it here, take that one off, and then pop this one on. So we've got 3 bars on this, guys, remember? So take that off. Start doing some trimming. So this has got 3 power settings. So this is the first setting. Then you've got the second setting. And then you've got the third setting. So let's just stick to medium. Let's go on setting 2. That's 1, 2. Because You get the reach as well. Why? Oh, were you?
Anyway,
yeah.
After the window cleaner bin.
And get me some.
I was going to get you a donut and put a candle in it.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, that's nice.
That's my logo now.
Is it?
It's my logo, yeah.
Oh, you're fancy,
I know.
aren't you?
It's a nice logo though, isn't it?
Oh, it's lovely.
It's got the nice
what
little.
does it depict? I mean,
Customers just asked me about the new logo we got on because I haven't had them printed on anything yet. But yeah, so the robin represents just a sign of loss. I lost my son a few years ago, so that's nice to carry that around with me, because I always find whenever I'm working in beds, a robin will come down, and I always just think that it's someone who you've lost just coming to say hello in the gardens, really. Yeah, and then the roses, they're just quite pretty, so that's where my logo come from, thanks to my editor Shane, who created it. Wobbly jabbly. Right, now I'm going to have a bit of tea. Cup of tea and a bicky. Cup of tea, bicky, dippy. Job's a good one. Oh, it's such a beautiful day today. The amazing thing is that we've had all this rain and these gardens have just been growing like mad. And I don't know what your gardens are like, where you are in the rest of the world, but it's just, I mean, some people don't get any rain, and I think to myself, we hate it when it's here, but it does do so much for the gardens. You know, the gardens just love it, they thrive. You start to see flowers and plants doing things that you haven't seen before. You know, you see things just looking like I've noticed this year, some of the roses are just spectacular. I don't know whether it's to do because they've just, you know, it's like us when we go for a drink at the pub. You know, we get all giddy and we get all giddy and happy, and you know, and I think that's what the plants feel like. They're probably all pissed, but yeah. So yeah, guys, battery operated machinery. I've been running for 2 months now without any gas, and it really works for me. You've got to have the battery set up. You've got to have, you know, you've got to have enough batteries to keep you going. That's a no-brainer. You know, you've got to have. I've got about 7 steel AP batteries. I've got about 10 of the Ego batteries for the machines, for all the other machines I've got as well. And you just got to keep going. You've got to remember to charge them. That's the only thing. But I mean, I haven't filled up a petrol can in months, and I think to myself, I really enjoy that. I'm saving money. Customers are really happy for me to charge as well. So a lot of the customers have noticed that when I come early as well, they say to me, you know, oh, I didn't hear you here, and that's brilliant, isn't it? You know, it's a lot quieter, and you don't really realise how much quieter it is until you pull up next to a house that's got the gardener working there, and they're using gas-powered sort of engines and stuff, and it's so noisy. I mean, I'm not done with gas yet because, like I said, blowers in the autumn, you need gas blowers for the autumn. It's just, you will go through a lot of batteries, but for day-to-day maintenance, even the Ego Pro X brush cutter I've used that on some really overgrown lawns, and I've still had a couple of bars left on the battery, and it's come a long way. It really has. Battery has come a long way. If you've joined this video and you're bored so far because I'm talking about battery stuff, apologies. I'll try and talk some more plants. Like this choice here behind me, trimmed up last time. I couldn't even sit here a couple of weeks ago because it was so overgrown. We just from the weather we've had, I've never seen it grow so much over this bench. So it's things like that you know, the weather is quite amazing, really. Okay, so we've got most of it out. Most of it out of the beds. There's still a lot of bed clearing to do once the forget-me-nots finish. I like to leave the forget-me-nots quite late because just gives them that chance for the seeds to drop. Now, a lot of people don't really like forget-me-nots. They think they're just messy, but some people do. So this particular customer very much likes forget-me-nots, so we're going to leave them as long as we can for those seeds to drop and for us to there'd be a better chance for them to sort of thrive next year. Right, let's do some mowing, guys. So we're done with that. We've got 2 bars left on the hedge trimmer. Like I said, on a full AP 300 battery, this is about an hour and 45 minutes this will run for. AP 300, you're looking at 2.5 hours. But like I said, I did use this yesterday and then today as well, doing the strimming and then the trimming as well. So I mean, I could easily trim all this as well with this battery. So if you've got, I don't know, say you've got, I mean, to be honest, I think an AP 300S would trim everything in this garden. Okay guys, so let's move and clear some stuff. I'm going to hook you up to this little bit here. We'll do the edges and then you can have a little ride on the lawnmower if you like, guys. How bloody exciting. Okay, so with this mower there isn't any roller on it. There's a flap at the back which kind of gives you this sort of imprint of a roll, of a stripe should I say, but it's not, but it still stripes quite well. So it's not as defined as a lawnmower that has a roller, but I mean it's good enough for me. Large rock. We don't want to hit that, do we? Oh, no we don't. Okay guys, we've just lost a bar. Okay guys, the lawn is cut, the hedges have been trimmed. Hey guys, so we lost one bar, so the bars go down at the same. This is two 7.5 amp batteries, so we lost a bar. Now I think that's pretty good because this is a relatively biggish lawn. It's not massive, but I mean I have got a lawn that's probably 5-6 times the size of this, and I have used this mower on it and it's done very well. So I would say that those of you, oh hang on, so I'd say that those of you that are looking to do a change over to battery and you're looking for a machine, the Ego Pro X is a fantastic machine, honestly. And like I said, it's, I mean with battery it depends on what you're using it on. If you're going to go into a massive overgrown lawn, then you are going to use more battery faster than you would if you're doing a regular maintenance job every fortnight or weekly and you're just taking the tops off of things. So for gardeners that works wonders for me because I go into gardens and I go there weekly or fortnightly and I'm just taking the tops off them. So that's why it works well for me. If you're going to use this and you're a domestic user and you're going to mow your lawn once a month, it'd still be fine. It's got really good height adjustments. It goes from 20 up to, I can't even remember, 20 mil up to something, whatever, I can't remember what it was. This isn't a review video on this, so anyway guys,